I go, here I go. Yeah, here I go, here I go.
Welcome in, everyone, to yet another episode of The Take with your host, Jackson Burleson, of course. And in today's episode, we're going to be recapping Super Bowl 60, but I got to introduce the two special guests I have on here. First, we're going to go ahead and introduce Ethan Krinky, a WJFW 12 reporter in Ryan Lander, Wisconsin. And then also, we have Gabriel Vasquez, a Chicago native, host of Borniqua Sports. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate
Yes,
you
sir.
boys hopping on, man, to talk about this game.
Absolutely.
Good to be back on here.
Love football. The Super Bowl, a little disappointing, but we're sure we'll get into that.
Yeah. This was a snooze fest. This
Yeah,
was a snooze fest for basically, three quarters. I think you can say it was a snooze fest. Both defenses were just insane. They were lights out. Christian Gonzalez, dude, three PBUs in this game. Two of his PBUs were touchdown breakups, basically. He had that one on Smith and Jigba, and I think there was that one on Cooper Cup that basically, if those are caught, they're gone. So I was very impressed with both these defenses. We knew that was going to be the storyline going into this game, but man, did this Patriots offense just put up a stinker. Drake May looked awful in this game. I don't care if he threw for 295 yards. Those yards are inflated. Like he didn't have half of that until the fourth quarter. So, but that's what happens when you got Will Campbell with these tiny arms trying to, fend off Demarcus Lawrence all game. Because dude was just, I knew that was a concern, but man, that really showed tonight.
Yeah, no, for sure. I have to cut you off, Ethan. I'm sorry, I haven't talked.
Oh
Okay,
no, you're good.
there's black fellow back there. Hope it's not a bad omen, but no, JB, you're right. That O-line did not help, and the O-line struggles for New England definitely showed up today. Uh, Drake May got sacked way too many times. He obviously had a fumble and a pick, so
Two
you really can't
picks.
have those. Two picks. That's right.
And one of them was one of the worst throws I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ethan, I don't, that first pick he threw is, I was 8 minutes left in the game and it was kind of desperation. What did you really see from him there?
Well, so that was the one where he just kind of threw it up, right? Am I just so
Yeah, he
I'm
just
not
threw
wrong.
it up and
Yeah.
was trying to make a
So
play.
I feel like, I actually had a decent feeling about the Patriots at that point because they were only down by, well, they were down by two possessions, and I just had a feeling like, oh, maybe they'll come back. But I guess I don't know that was what down was that throw on again? Third
I
down?
I honestly can't remember. Was it
I think
third down,
it,
Gabe?
I think it was second down. Second
Well,
down.
either
Regardless,
way,
I
I
don't
mean,
think it wasn't life or death at that point. It
right.
was 8 minutes left. You could
And it
have
was kind
easily
of
thrown another ball, short,
mm,
Yeah,
but
I think going off that, like the receiver either didn't he ran his route. I think just Drake May underthrew it or just was a bad throw because he just kept going and he didn't throw him to where he was at. 'Cause he was open when he crossed the safety in the middle of the field, so you could have had him there, but just underthrew him. So yeah, not a good throw, but definitely the Patriots showed a lot of their, I guess, flaws tonight, and yeah, we saw it for sure.
maybe some flaws that they kind of got away with the ezy schedule,
Oh, for sure.
possibly. Yeah. I think we're all
Oh
thinking it.
God, dude. Just Ethan, I love you, brother, but I'm tired of, I'm sick and tired of that narrative. I hate it. It makes zero sense. Dog, they played four top 10 defenses this playoff run. Now, granted, I'm not saying their offense was good by any means, but
Mhm.
technically on paper, if you look at all four playoff games they had this year, tonight was their best one when it
I
came to
guess.
yards on offense. Drake May last game didn't even throw for 100 yards. So
Well,
if you
Yeah.
technically look at
yeah.
it, they were better, but three-quarters of the
Well,
way it did not feel like 12 nothing, dude.
I
No.
guess this time they finally just faced off against like you could say competent quarterback. I mean, I
Yes.
don't know.
Yeah.
I
Stroud,
agree with that.
I don't know where Stroud's been at, and then the Broncos lost Bo Nix, so
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
I
that's
agree with
very
that.
true.
That's a good point because Stroud basically just
yeah,
that
I
was a
don't know. I
bad
don't know about him.
performance. That was a bad performance. But also Drake May, turning over the football. And I think some of his sacks, in my opinion, he held the ball too long. I think there was at least two of them that you could really pinpoint and go, man, you either could have taken off and ran. Man, dude, this was getting me. They show the replay from like the whatever it's called, the sky cam over the head. He had this one play, he had Stephon Diggs wide open. I mean, if he throws it to him, that's at least a 40-yard gain. I don't know how he didn't see him. Like there were certain throws that Drake May should have made tonight that would have made this game a lot more interesting. And he just wasn't able to make these kind of throws. I was just like, dog. It's like it looked like he was scared out there. Honestly,
Yeah.
when he got under center, it just looked like, in my opinion, the lights were too bright for the kid. Like I think this is a learning experience for him, but I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I would say it got too bright for him. I think, in his second year he got a lot of experience throughout the season, but he faced in my opinion, Jimmy, and I used to say he faced four top defenses. This is the best defense out there. And that pass rush we all know is really good, and that secondary is even better. Maybe that's why he held the ball too long. Maybe there was no one to go to. Maybe he felt like he had to get a receiver open in some scenarios, and you said Diggs was open, but he held the ball a lot, and I felt like that was a big issue. And that pass rush with that bad O line that New England has, this wasn't enough. It was too overpowering. But I mean, to get that O line a little more ramped up, I think he has a good shot to go back, if not have an even better season, because obviously MVP caliber, second place, he went one vote off. So yeah, I just feel like a lot was too much for him, and he learned a lot this game for sure.
Yeah, that's an understatement, dude. The Seahawks defense, 6 sacks, 2 interceptions, 1 pick 6. Ethan, where do you rank this defensive performance in like Super Bowl history in your mind?
Oh, I mean, it's got to be up there as one of the best, especially considering that both the scores were like in the fourth quarter. So this was like I was thinking maybe, just maybe we could have maybe almost had our first shutout in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I
It
was thinking that
feels
too.
like that'd be hard to do, impossible to do, but
Almost.
it was decently close this time.
Yeah, I was thinking a shutout was like it was looking like it. I'm like, dude,
Mm,
like I don't know, dude. I mean, I think before the Patriots scored that touchdown, they were going 3-and-out on like 50% of the time they had the ball. So I mean, they were
Yeah,
lucky to even get a first
yeah,
down. I mean, I think there was a crazy stint where like they didn't even have a first down until like the first quarter. I think they had one first down like towards the end of the third quarter before they kind of went on that like nice drive where they only had one first down. I'm like, dude, like you got that was one thing I said on the last podcast too, like, previewing this game. The Patriots have been awful on third down this postseason,
hmm
and they were terrible again in this game. And I'm still stupid enough to pick them because in my bracket, I'm like, yeah, I picked the Patriots, to start the bracket. I'm not changing it up, but man, everything I said was like correct except my pick. I'm just like, okay, this is what's going to happen in this game. The defenses are going to show up, and man, the Patriots just didn't. I've honestly, I'm not going to hate on Mike Vrabel, but he got outcoached this game. He got
Oh yeah,
outcoached, in my
absolutely.
opinion.
yeah,
I don't think they did enough of getting rid of the ball quickly. They tried to have a lot of plays where it took a while for them to develop. Like they had a couple screen plays, but they should have done that. They should have worked that in a lot more. And when you're running it with like what, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, you need to abandon the run. I mean,
Yeah,
like the
at
run's
least hold on
clearly
to it.
not
yeah.
working.
Yeah,
And at
yeah.
that point too, with like the time, with the time winding down too, it just makes sense. You got to throw more.
Exactly. No, I agree. And one point you made, JB, you felt like they couldn't get a first down. They had five consecutive three and outs
That
to
was
start the
bad.
game. Like they punted the whole time. Like, man, it's like
They had 8 punts or something like that on their 9 possessions.
I
Like
said it, I
what?
said it with my family around. I was like, man, call it the punt bowl at this point. There's so many punts going around. It's like, geez, those kickers, those punters are gonna be sore with their feet
Like,
tomorrow.
dude. But some of these punters showed out. Like
Yeah,
Dickerson, dude,
no
like
kidding.
he was putting them on like I think he had like maybe like 2 or 3 punts like where he had him inside the 5 yard line. Like,
hmm
dude, when you give the Patriots offense that kind of field position, obviously it's going to be difficult to score because you got to go
Yeah,
like 90 yards down the field every single time you get the ball. So
Exactly.
yeah, it adds up. having to go all the way down the field like that. Like, can be so tiring. It takes up all this time too.
And also, like, I was also getting upset about the Seahawks not running the ball enough. I felt like sometimes they were passing too much. I mean, there were a lot of
And
second down
passing enough,
plays
dude,
where
to
they
get
were
my
just
parlay
passing
going.
it. Like you're up 12-0 and the Patriots haven't done nothing. Just keep giving it to Kenneth Walker. No one can stop him.
Nope.
No one can tackle him. I mean, he looked like Le'Veon Bell tonight. Dude was like literally walking into these holes and then he was going like, I mean, like that was a great performance, dude. First Super Bowl MVP as a running back since Terrell Davis. That's
Yeah,
elite
man.
company. Terrell Davis. We all wouldn't
Yes,
know what he's done in the Super Bowl, but like
absolutely.
I guess for whoever wants to answer this question, like Kenneth Walker, he's dealt with injuries. We
Mhm.
haven't really been able to see. I mean, obviously we knew what kind of talent he was, but like how cool is it to see a guy who hasn't really gotten the national recognition finally getting his spotlight and his chance.
No, yeah. Go ahead, Ethan. You got this one.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I think we probably both be thinking the same thing. And it can get, I feel like that also extends just like this whole Seahawks team. Like, this team didn't even make the playoffs last year, and that's
Mhm.
very rare to see that kind of just rise out of nowhere. So yeah, I think it's very cool storyline for Kenneth Walker and the whole team, Sam Darnold as well. Just being able to just shoot straight for the moon, I guess you could say, just right out of nowhere, make it all the way.
No, for sure. I agree. It's nice to see a running back do his thing in the biggest game, and he helped me out. He got that 65 plus yards from my parlay, so I'm happy he got that. But
Well,
it's good to
that
see.
five leg parlay you sent me, dude. I know that didn't hit.
No, no,
I
I
know
didn't use
that
that
didn't
one.
hit.
I didn't use that one. I was like, nah, that ain't gonna work. But
Dude had like
no,
anytime touchdown for like every receiver in the game. I'm like,
I was like, that's
Gabe,
not
I'm not
happening.
really seeing a shootout there. Like, I love,
Yeah,
what
I
was it?
saw
I
that
think you
last
put like
minute. I'm
ten
like, nah,
dollars to
forget
win
this,
four
dude.
grand or something like that.
Yeah, it was a lot of money, but
I love
Jeez.
the
I didn't put that
confidence
in.
there, but when you're getting those kind of odds, like
No, for
what
sure.
was it, a six or five leg or something like
Yeah, well,
that?
I put in a new one. The only one I didn't get was Sam Darnold needed 250 yards
Uh,
passing, and he didn't get that one. But I had Seahawks winning, JSN 4 receptions,
yeah, that
Kenneth Walker 65 plus yards, and then I was yeah, and then the Sam Darnold 250, but that didn't happen. But yeah, back to Walker. Yeah, he put a good performance. It's good to see running back get that recognition. Get an MVP. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm glad he helped that offense click. Obviously, it took a while for him to do it, but it's nice for him to get that recognition and go off. 135 yards, I think, with 26 carries.
yeah.
So a big part of the offense, and probably why Darnold had a good day as well.
If it wasn't for that holding penalty, you would have had that touchdown.
I
Yeah,
know, no kidding, dude. That
Because I
would
was
be
like,
another
oh, this is
one.
his
that would
moment.
have been another one.
This is his moment. He's gonna finally get this is certified Super Bowl MVP. Now, obviously, without the touchdown, we knew who
Mhm.
was getting it. But I guess, do you think a whole defense should get a Super Bowl MVP? I mean, should that be a conversation that should be had in the
Oh,
future?
for sure. I think kind of like what Indiana had gotten at the Rose Bowl, I think, with the O-line got like the trophy, the recognition, like just protecting the quarterback and having like that type of, love. So I would like to like a group award, like defense or offense, but obviously defense was championship. So when the whole side, the other side of the ball is contributing, I think you should really recognize that because they held them in check for really the whole game, basically 3 quarters. So I wish they did that, but it's a one guy award type trophy. So I guess you got to give it to the guy with the most, I guess, accomplishments on the field or, playing the stats. And that's what Walker did. So I guess you got to give it to him. But I agree. I think they should give like a team award or like a defense award.
Ethan, you were shaking your head here.
Well, I feel like it's one of those things where like it'd be nice if that could happen, but will it ever happen? I don't really see it. And also, I feel like even if it what that was a thing, Kenneth Walker would still win it for this game. Uh, I'm trying to think if there was like a time where maybe there's been Super Bowls in the past with like great defenses that have dominated, and I feel like you could definitely like say that whole defensive unit should have won the whole MVP collectively. But I don't know if it'll ever happen, but maybe. Yeah.
Well, there hasn't really been that many, like, I mean, just defensive players to win it. I mean, the last guy to win it was Von Miller. in that
Mhm.
crazy Super Bowl 50. Malcolm Smith, also former Seattle Seahawk, Dexter Jackson, and then, Ray Lewis. I mean, there hasn't been many. So, like,
Yep.
for you to be able to be in that kind of space, it's rare in general. But yeah, I think at some point, because defense is not going to get the offensive stats that
Right.
everybody's going to look at and be like, oh yeah, without watching the game, that guy is who won it. Or like, I feel like maybe the only stat that defensive players have is like interceptions and even like sacks. Maybe PBUs. I mean, I feel like if the Patriots won this game, I think Christian Gonzalez definitely would have been in the running for it
Mm.
just because of how many pass deflections he had. I mean, he was keeping them in this game for
Mm.
way longer than they probably should have been in it. I mean, this should have been
Right, right.
this should have been a 35 to like 0 game in the third quarter. I mean, it
Oh my
should not
gosh,
have been
that
this
would be even
close.
worse.
I mean, it was just so bad. Like
Yeah.
and the sacks, like, did you see? I think Drake May passed Joe Burrow as the most sacked quarterback in a
Mhm.
postseason. So,
Mhm.
like,
Mm.
you saw the offensive line. We kind of see the flashes of like the Bengals in there, like what do they need to do for this offensive line? Because I mean, they had two rookies starting tonight. So, and that's never happened before in Super Bowl history.
Right, right.
That's a very, very big disadvantage, of course.
Yeah, as a Bears fan, I know about O lines, so it's not gonna be you're not gonna have success with that, especially with a defense like the Seahawks have. But I think it just comes to maybe, I mean, not better coaching per se, but really just developing that O line. The rookies, so they got a lot of time to develop, a lot of time to learn what to do. I mean, Drake May and Joe Burrow, they have the ability to do well even with that kind of a bad O line. Obviously, in other teams' experiences, they don't. So give props to them in some point, but I think the O-line coach or any offensive coaches might have to get in there and probably switch some things out and try to help them grow in that department so they get better protecting Drake May, really. So
And I think Will Campbell needs to move into guard.
yeah,
I don't think he's good enough to play tackle,
yeah.
in my opinion. And his, like, I mean, I know they were saying his arms are super short in the combine, which they are. I mean, you can see it, like, when you're out there. Like, he can't really push out as quickly. And that's why he kind of flinches a lot because he knows he's about to get beat. So
Mhm.
he's kind of in a bad disadvantage. I think he should make the move to guard. I think he would be a lot better in that position. And then maybe the Patriots can go and get another left tackle that's a little bit more suited to play that position. Maybe a veteran guy. I don't really know, like, free agent wise, like who's available this offseason for them to get. But I mean, I'm sure somebody with some kind of, experience is available because I don't know. I just think that is kind of a huge weakness in this offensive line that we knew about, but also like you don't really see it and how bad it is until you see them play a pass rush like this. And even in the Broncos game, I mean, Will Campbell was just not able to push the edge. I mean, you saw a couple times tonight, both edges
Yeah,
were just not even covered, like
right.
ever.
In through, yeah.
That's very true.
And I'm
Yeah.
just like, okay, like I don't know. I know we could talk about the Patriots, mishaps all night, but congrats to Sam Darnold, dude. This guy, like, he gets a Super Bowl before Josh Allen and Lamar.
Mhm.
That puts him,
Crazy.
I mean, nuts,
That
dude.
is
I mean,
nuts.
who would have thought? Who would have thought this guy, first quarterback from USC to start, which is nuts. I mean, they had like so many Heisman Trophy
Jimmy
winners.
Caleb.
If you like, I'm just saying, dude, like Matt Leinart won the Heisman Trophy, Carson Palmer. I mean, you've seen so many good USC quarterbacks, and he's the first guy. I mean, I'm just like, that's remarkable, man.
No, absolutely. And I throw no shade at my fellow Packer fan, but his same amount of Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers over here, and Aaron Rodgers is a
Oh.
supposed Hall of Fame quarterback. So Sam Darnold, do your thing, But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, it's
enough
a
of
very,
that.
very true statement.
But no, for real, congrats to Sam Darnold. It's a long way coming, from the Jets to the Panthers, the Niners to the Vikings. They didn't want him. Like, now he's Super Bowl champion. I even said it when they gave him the trophy. He's holding the trophy. I'm like, dang, Sam Darnold's a Super Bowl champion. Like, you really think about that? Like,
Where
he
does
was
that
like
put him in
almost left
like
for dead and
the
after
best quarterbacks? Where
Minnesota.
does that put him in
So,
Is he top
What's that?
5 right now? Like, would you put him in that
Well, I
threshold?
would
Right now?
say I'll go first, I guess. I would kind of say like I feel like as we go into each era of the NFL, the expectations kind of change. And I feel like Sam Darnold's like kind of one of the first in this new kind of era of this kind of I feel like we're entering a new era of the NFL
Yeah.
and Darnold and the Seahawks are kind of the first I don't really know how to put it, but victors, I guess, and then we'll see if they got next and we'll see if they can keep it going. But I feel like we're gonna have a lot of parity in the NFL, so expect more guys like Sam Darnold to like kind of come up here. I don't know if he'll get another one though. What about you, Gabe? What do you think?
If we get another one, I mean, if that defense keeps
Good.
playing that way, I mean, not to knock off any talent from him, but if that team stays the same, he has a legitimate shot. But I mean, I think he's solid. I think Donald's a solid quarterback. I mean, he makes good throws in that pocket. He makes solid reads. I mean, it helps me have Cup and JSN back, I mean, up there. So, and obviously Kenneth Walker, but he put the right tools around him. And I'm not gonna go to a quarterback like spiel here, but when you have the right tools for a quarterback, O-line, receivers, a good running game, it really builds up that quarterback, playing, and it just in general amplifies the offense. I think it's exactly what Sam Darnold has in Seattle, which helped him to where he's at right now. So I agree with Ethan. I think it's a new era where like they're really building around the quarterback. See Josh Allen, generational talent, one of the greatest I've ever seen, MVP, franchise quarterback. He has nowhere to throw to. He has no one to throw to. That Darnold has two
Neither
great
does a Lamar.
receivers
Neither does a Lamar. He has
or
no
Lamar.
weapons.
They don't have that piece to go to. And that's why they struggle when it matters most. But Cup has those tools, and that's what you need to build a good quarterback and just a good offense, period. So I agree with Ethan there. I think have more success. If he wins another one, I don't know. It's up in the air, the NFL these days. But yeah, when it comes to quarterbacks, that's how I think we're going that direction. I think I see it that way.
I mean, I'd put him top 5 right now. I'd put him at 5, in my
Okay.
opinion. I feel like that was kind of the same thing we did with Jalen Hurts last year. It was like, oh, like, yeah, I don't really know if he's a top 5 quarterback. But then some people were like, well, he won the Super Bowl, so you put him at 5. I feel like that kind of, is a pattern. Whichever quarterback wins the Super Bowl I mean, he has to be a top 5 quarterback in my eyes.
Automatically up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I feel like, and just the kind of what you were saying, Gabe, like, he stands in the pocket. But I mean, tonight, dude, I mean, he was taking some hits and he was
Yeah.
still, making some pretty tough throws. And at the beginning of the game, he had some of the tightest windows I've seen. And then he figured out, all right, I'm not going to do that no more because if I keep doing that, this Patriots defense is going to pick me off. So, and he didn't turn it over all postseason. I mean, the
Hmm.
Seahawks, I think they're the first team ever to like go through a whole postseason without one turnover. So
Yeah.
like that's very impressive. Just like that alone, like, do you understand how hard it is to like not turn the ball over? It's super difficult. Especially, I mean, Christian Gonzalez almost had an interception tonight. So I mean, it could have easily flipped around. I don't know. I think Sam Darnold's top 5. I
Yeah.
think
I
he
mean,
is.
after
And
what
he's
I
playing
kind
with
of,
an oblique injury. Everyone forgets this. Dude
yeah,
is, I mean,
that's true.
like, do you understand when you do this? That's your oblique.
Hmm.
Like,
It
dude's
hurts. You
playing
throw
through
a ball like
that.
that.
Dude's playing
It's
through that all postseason.
for sure.
Everyone just forgets about that. And dude's still delivering bullets. I don't probably gonna he's gonna have to get that taken care of this
No, for
offseason.
sure.
But
He definitely won't win one again.
no,
But
no. If
no,
they
it's
keep
very
that
impressive.
defense intact and it doesn't
Hmm.
get expensive,
Yeah.
I think they can go on a little bit of a run because eventually when these guys' contracts are up, like, JSN's still on his rookie deal. Kenneth Walker, I think, is on the last year of his rookie deal. So when you have this
Maybe
is your window now.
maybe one
Right.
more. Maybe they could repeat, honestly. I could see it. But yeah, like
Yeah.
you said, like, it's gonna get more and more expensive every single year as you keep all these great players. So well, we'll see how long I guess the dynasty could be if this is the start of one.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really know
I mean,
how. I don't know if it's a dynasty. I would like to see another team get in there. I like
yeah.
parity. I like different teams winning it.
Hmm.
I think, just in my opinion, I know the Patriots are good, but I think this is going to be. I don't know if they're going to get back for a while. I think there's just too much talent in the AFC, and I think there's going to be teams getting back and going to be healthy next year. And I think this was kind of their window. They're going to have a tougher schedule next year for sure. So they're not going to have a cupcake regular season like you were saying, Ethan. So like, I mean, can't get away with that no more. No more
Right.
cupcake regular season.
Yeah. And I don't, I always feel dirty whenever I like will say that, like, oh, you're only good because you had easy schedule. That because like that's not fair because the
Right.
NFL has that procedure that sets it up the way they do, and then it's just random at that point. So I
Mhm.
don't mean to throw too much shade on the Patriots for that point, but it does play. I guess you could say it just does play a factor. I do feel like I do feel like the Broncos would have won if Bo Nix was playing. Um,
Oh
so
yeah,
I agree.
I
I
would
said
agree.
I said that.
I
Yeah.
would I probably
yeah,
would agree. But I guess sometimes the ball rolls on your side in certain scenarios. It didn't tonight for them, but I guess to get here it did. But yeah, I agree. I agree with both sides, but they win their games. They win the games they're given, even though it's easy. They're still winning. So they could easily lose those games if they were that bad. Like what I'm saying? Like if they were that bad enough to lose, they would. So I
right.
guess they just did what they had to do, but it
Mhm.
caught up to them. So their magic ran out.
Well, we're gonna get into talking to some teams who are not really that good with some NFL news. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, comment. Trying to get to 10,000 subs by the end of the year. But man, the first one, um, oh God. So the Dallas Cowboys, we decided to franchise tag George Pickens.
Uh-uh.
Um, it's a $28 million franchise tag. It's going to be applied between February 17th and March 3rd. So I guess, this is going to give the Cowboys some chances to negotiate a deal. I don't know if a deal will get done. I'm not
Right.
sure if it's the right move to pay him or not because we do have to fix our defense. There's a lot of problems. But I don't know. I like George, man. I think he's a heck of a player. But like DeMarcus Lawrence said, man, I don't think he's going to win a Super Bowl in Dallas if he stays here. I really don't. Like, look at DeMarcus Lawrence. He leaves first year out of Dallas, dude wins the Super Bowl. I
Yeah.
mean, the
Pretty good
curse
move.
is real. Like, it is so real, it's not even funny. Like, what do you guys think? Should my Cowboys try to re-sign George Pickens to a deal? Like,
Right, Ethan. I see you got that face
Well,
again.
I think it all just kind of depends on like how quickly you want to say like the window's closed for Dak, right? Because if you keep George, around for the time being, then is he enough though? Is he enough with that receiver core? And if you don't think he is, then I don't think the franchise tag is a good idea. You should probably trade him or something to get draft picks, rebuild. That's probably the obvious answer, but what about you, Gabe? What do you think?
I mean, the way the defense played for the Cowboys this year, I think you really got to, focus more on that. I mean,
that's the thing.
I
Yeah.
guess time and time again, Dak just kind of shocks us in any way, shape, or form his ability to play. I mean, either he's really good or bad, but he had a solid season this year. So, I mean, like the Seahawks, man, their defense was amazing. So kind of focus on that, kind of get that back up and running and then maybe try to work out something with Pickens. I wouldn't hate it if he stayed because he's a talented player. He's really good, made an impact for you guys offensively. But I just think if you're gonna keep that way and just keep the offense going the way it was with no defense and just get clobbered by every team, then you gotta turn the page and think about something else that'll help you win. That's kind of how I see it.
Well, I saw CeeDee Lamb in an interview talking about, taking a pay cut. And
Hmm.
I mean, he said he's open to it. And I think Dak, should be open to it too, because I think what we're kind of seeing here, the common theme is with a lot of these, top, paid players. I mean, you look at the Bengals, I mean, they've got, I think like 70% of their cap invested in three guys. I mean, Cowboys, very similar situation. You've got Dak making like 60 million a year. CeeDee Lamb is making like almost 40 million a year.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay George that same amount of money? You
Right.
can't. You can. Jerry totally can go and do that. But if you do, Jerry, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win if you can't get. That's why when you have a rookie quarterback and you're able to build around that, that's like almost the best window to win. Like with
Mhm.
the Bears right now, you guys have a rookie contract. a quarterback who's not expensive, so you can build. You can pay DJ Moore, 100 and whatever he got. Like you can give
Yeah,
them that money because it's there. You're
exactly.
not spending it
Yeah.
on a quarterback. Like look at the Browns, or like I mean, they invested like 360 fully guaranteed dollars on Deshaun Watson. Even if he
Too
was
much.
good,
Too much.
there's nothing that you can do besides pay him. And
Right.
the
All
Cowboys
your money.
also have to pay Javonte Williams because we only signed him to a 1 year deal and he had a great year. So now we got to pay him. It's just like, who do you want to work? And how do you expect the draft to impact you? Is the
Mm.
draft going to be a home run? You're going to land on every defensive player. I'm looking at mock drafts and it's making me so mad, dude. We're projected to take Jordan Tyson at Arizona State wide receiver. I love Jordan Tyson. I think he's great, but we don't need a wide receiver. We
Yeah.
have wide receivers. My goodness.
Yeah.
Ah,
I hear you, man. No,
like the
Well,
structure of Dallas is just awful.
I mean,
Awful.
I guess, what do you think they should have done with George?
Like,
Like,
what do you think? What do you think? I think they should do a sign and trade, kind of what you were saying.
okay, yeah. I
Like,
mean, I feel like
get something for him. Don't
mhm.
let him walk.
And I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I feel like if I was, that's what I would want as well.
Yeah,
Because,
that's
like you
yeah.
said, yeah, it's like it's better to just build around a young quarterback and just do a rebuild like that.
And
Right.
personally,
Hard to
like,
finish.
I think he didn't really do that well in the big games. That one against the Lions. Just saying, where was he at? Where was George Pickens at?
Exactly.
Where was he
Exactly.
at? You pay guys that top dollar. Same with CeeDee Lamb. Dude's dropping passes against, the Eagles, a team we need to beat to
Yeah.
win the NFC East. So it's
Yeah.
like, how are you going to sit here and tell me, oh, yeah, you deserve all this money? I deserve this. Or CD said, oh, George deserves every penny he gets. I think George should get traded. My destination for him is Buffalo. I think Buffalo needs
going.
him bad.
That's a good
Josh
one.
Allen and George Pickens would be disgusting.
That'd
There'd be
be
no excuse at that
lethal.
point for them. What do you think, Glenn?
Huh?
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying, sorry. I was just saying, yeah, I mean, if CD goes to Buffalo, I feel like that'd be kind of like a Micah Parsons to Green Bay, what happened last offseason. Kind of on the same scale as that. It'd be super impactful for the Bills offense, and maybe it'll help them out next year, you know. Maybe they can finally get over the hump and they'll probably win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no excuse for that. So that'll be good. I mean, you could trade him to Buffalo again, fix that defense, and it kind of works out for both teams. Okay, Buffalo gets a top receiver, and maybe you guys get some benefit to
Give us
pay
Maxwell
it off.
Hairston, please. I know Buffalo will never trade him, but he's pretty dang good, dude. He's a rookie this year. I loved him, dude. I would have loved him on my team. He's better than any quarter we have. There's
Yeah,
also there's also two teams talking about trading their quarterbacks. Miami Dolphins and Arizona Cardinals are
yeah.
exploring trades for Tua Tagovailoa and Kyler Murray. So Miami is willing to pay down a portion of Tua's contract to facilitate a trade. And Kyler Murray, he's getting $36.8 million guaranteed this upcoming
Jeez.
season and then 19 and a half in 2027. Like if he gets released before June 1st, it'd be a $54.7 million cap hit. So like I don't know. And also the new coach they got, Mike LaFleur, he said he spoke to Murray, but it wasn't about his future there. So
Right.
I guess, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking, I know we know a Cardinals fan. I know Ashton, you brought this up a lot. He said he would be willing to do a swap for Tua and Kyler Murray. He said Tua would be better in
Yeah.
Arizona.
Okay. Yeah.
Did he
I
say
agree
it
with you.
all, like why he thought that?
Well, he just thinks that Tua would be better in like the Cardinal system because it's just like more of like a pocket passing type offense. Kyler's not really a pocket passer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can see that, but I think we're like going back to like good Tua. Like, I don't think that's Tua anymore. Like, I just don't think Tua, I mean, he's still a pocket passer, but he's not slinging it to Tyreek Hill anymore. I mean, like he was before. He doesn't have anyone like that. So I mean, it's something to try because you have a new head coach who's supposedly offensive minded under, Sean McVay, and I guess Tua, who people still think he has the ability to do well when he has had an immense amount of concussions and probably should stop playing. But I just don't think the Cardinals need Tua. I just don't think that's what they need right now. They don't need that quarterback. Like, I think they're going backwards. I don't know. I don't know. That's just how I see it. I get the new coaching scenario with like the system, but I just don't know if that's the right move. Get Malik Willis, right? Right, Ethan? I mean, I think Malik Willis is great. He
He
ties us
was
up,
he was
man.
balling out, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think he should go to Arizona.
Yeah, and what I was just kind of thinking too while you were saying all that, Gabe, is like, yeah, you were mentioned injuries. Like both these guys, Kyler and Tua, have been out for so
Mhm.
Tua's been more like out like a little bit every single year with like concussions and hitting his head and stuff, and then Kyler Murray just like been out for long, like multiple years. So I just it's very hard for a quarterback to be successful, and they're always just out because of injuries. So I feel like both these teams, like it wouldn't be a good idea for either of them to swap or take any of these two quarterbacks. Unfortunately, just because of their injury issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't think any of these quarterbacks are that good.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think
I don't
Kyler
want to say it,
sucks, and I think Tua
Yeah, it's like,
sucks.
yeah.
Tua has no arm.
Nope.
I mean, I have a better arm than Tua. I mean, he was underthrowing Tyreek Hill. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. You underthrow Tyreek Hill. And Kyler Murray, I don't know what's happened to him. Dude just like fell off planet Earth after that great, undefeated start. Like, was it
Hmm.
2022 or something like that? You had
2021.
2021.
21,
Yeah, you had that great start and then you kind of fell off a cliff after that. And it's like, all right, dude, like you haven't really done anything since. So, like,
Exactly. I just don't think they haven't proved anything after like what's happened to them. Like
and who
it's
wants
like
to
looking
take on
past
any of
that.
these guys' contracts?
Yeah.
The
Like
contracts are horrible. They're getting paid way too much.
Yeah, it's like
and
the
we said
quarterback
before.
market's like way overinflated or whatever. It's been like that.
Hmm.
It's like that's been kind of building over the last 2, 3 years, I would say.
Well, I mean, when you got, I mean, no offense, Ethan, but Green Bay Packers overpaid for Jordan Love. You
I
can agree with
agree.
that.
I know I can agree with that. Like when I remember the day that contract happened, and I was like, I like Jordan Love and all, but that was kind of early to have that much money. And when the news broke, I was just like, okay, is this what the quarterback market is? I guess that's what it is now. And then I think Tua immediately, that was when Tua also got a big contract
Hmm.
right after Jordan Love got his contract in the offseason of 2024. So it's like these two kind of, you could argue mid bad to mid average
Yeah.
quarterbacks that like
Right.
They're
I
mid.
agree.
highest
Yeah.
paid players at
There's
one
no
point.
argument there. I'm not fighting you on that claim.
No, I don't fight you. I agree. Like did.
They're
I think
mid.
did probably understatement.
Well, it's with Jordan Love is complicated, but I
No, when it
can
comes to Jordan Love, it's different.
Oh, Jordan Love. Oh, he was
I
trying on
think
Jordan
I
Love,
don't know,
but
dude.
I could I could explain it real quick if you want me to.
go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead.
here.
Go
Basically,
ahead.
Yeah.
basically, I just feel like Jordan Love can't carry the Packers team like Aaron Rodgers would. Like Aaron Rodgers, okay,
Mhm.
I feel like the Packers teams of the 2010s like weren't always the best, but Aaron Rodgers was just so good, so it would go to the playoffs. But Jordan Love, I don't think he can really do that. So the Packers need to overall be better around him. So that's where
Yeah.
I think Jordan Love's like mid, but I still think he's very talented.
Okay.
Yeah, the carry part, I don't think he can carry.
Yeah,
I don't
I
I
don't
agree
think
with
so
that.
either.
I don't think he's as talented as he's nowhere near like talent wise near Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers. Yeah, he
So
just
like
looks
I mean
big.
he has
Not right
some
now, at
throws
least.
where I don't think he's ever going to get to that point. It doesn't matter if it's right now. He's never getting that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be like in my opinion he's like a borderline top 10 quarterback right now. Like he's kind of on that, like, he's creeping in there sometimes, but then he kind of has a bad game. And he did cut the turnovers down, but,
Yeah.
I think he still can be good. I think they just, it takes time. And then another quarterback that's had, probably the rockiest ending to his career was Kirk Cousins. He got that 4-year, $180 million deal. He's like, oh, finally, I'm gonna give him my chance. I'm gonna be able to
Yeah.
lead the Falcons to a Super Bowl. And then they're expected to release them before the new league year. So, whew, man, this might be one of
Yeah.
the worst experiments in NFL history with this Kirk Cousins thing. I mean, you drafted Michael Penix right there before that even happened. You kind of knew the
Dude,
writing was on the wall
I
that
know.
he's not
I'm
on. He's
like,
not the guy. You gave him
no kidding.
like franchise player money, so like
Yeah, he drafted another quarterback.
Yeah, I
it's
don't.
stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Cousins can be on the big market for a team that can use a veteran quarterback, but
With the
has a good team
Browns,
built around him. The Browns gonna go back, I guess.
Shador, their guy. I mean,
Yeah, a Pro Bowl.
dude, that was a horrible thing to watch. That Pro Bowl was sad,
Oh,
dude.
I,
They
I
didn't even
watched the
have it in
first
the. They didn't
quarter.
even have it in the
I just watched the
stadium
first
like they
quarter.
usually do, dude.
Right,
They had it
right.
in this like indoor facility. I
Hmm.
mean, should they just get rid of the Pro Bowl at this point and
Well,
just have it as like, kind of like an all pro accolade where like you're a part of that, you get that accolade, but there's no game.
or maybe like they gotta like try to like find a way to just like spin it around and make it fun again, kind of like what the NHL did with the Four Nation face-off last year.
Yeah,
Because yeah,
I
the
just
Pro
I just
Bowl
think with
really has
football, it's
degraded.
just I just think with football is just so much harder because it's so much a physical sport, and like it's just so traditional. Like football is meant to, like play hard and tough, and like the Pro Bowl, it's like why are you making these guys go out there and play like a regular game? They can get injured on a stupid All-Star game. So that's why they made it flag football, but now the flag football is kind of dumb as well. So it's kind of like it's weird for football because it's just the way the game is played. But I mean, even with that, Ethan, I would like to see that, but then they're gonna risk getting injured by playing hard for their country, and maybe they
Or
can't, play again.
well,
It's just
That was
yeah,
kind of the thing with the Four Nations too. Is like
yeah.
these guys are going out, like putting their, blood, sweat, and tears on the line in the middle of the NHL regular season, playing for
Mhm,
their country. I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing with the Olympics right now too.
mhm.
That's at the end of the. We'll get into that shortly. We don't have many stuff to get to for that. But
mhm.
yeah, last thing NFL news wise, the Hall of Fame, the Pro Football Hall of Fame has been a big topic since Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick were not announced as first ballot Hall of Famers. Now, this is the stupidest thing known to man, in my opinion, that the Pro Football Hall of Fame is doing. So apparently, they have key planned changes for the first one, which makes zero sense. Return to in-person voting. I don't know how that changes anything. You still
Yeah, no
voted.
kidding.
Doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're on Mars or Jupiter or on Earth. You still didn't vote Bill Belichick in. So why does it matter if it's in person? And then move vote closer to the NFL honors announcement. I mean, it's what? It's right by Thursday before
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. Is that really a big deal? The possible release of vote totals, individual ballots in the future. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do that. You do that, there's going to be some
Yeah.
people that are going to be getting some nasty DMs. And then the last one was review, replace voters violating rules. Okay, what rules are we violating? Public discussion of off-record debates or not selecting most deserving candidates. Okay, so clearly they know that they did something wrong. I mean, I'll just open up the floor here. I mean, what's the status of the Pro Football Hall of Fame right now?
Man, it's a lot. I just think because what happened with Bill Belichick, especially, like everyone knows he's a Pro Football Hall of Fame coach. No matter what he did with the Spygate, the Flakegate, who cares? The man is a football god. He just knows the game. He loves the game. He knows what he's doing. He's a good coach, head coach. He's won 8 rings, six as a head coach. I mean, like, how do you not? So just that in general, they're just trying to satisfy the fans to like, oh yeah, we know we're wrong, so we're making changes. Okay, make it. You want to make a change? Just put the the darn man in the Hall of Fame, first ballot. Make that change. You don't make a change so bad. Don't do all this stupid stuff of moving days closer in person. Like I said, JB, don't matter where you are. You could be in another galaxy. You still didn't vote him in. Like it doesn't matter. Or maybe get writers that know what they're doing. Because I do not vote that man in. I haven't really ranted about it yet. I did one of those
It's a
short video
whole
on
thing.
TikTok, but like I can't see it. No one deserves to be in there head coach wise. Not even Andy Reid. Andy Reid can't they say can't Andy Reid because he doesn't have not that many anywhere close to Bill Belichick has what 3? Bill's 8? Like, dude, no. Like then Tom Brady shouldn't be in either. That's just how I see it. Like I just don't do this stuff now because it didn't work out the way you thought it would, or maybe like, oh man, like we got exposed. Now we got to fix it and clean it up because our fans are mad. Find better ways to clean it up, or just put them in, make everyone happy. I don't know. I was a little rant there, but yeah, I had to say that.
Yeah, I mean, it just the whole thing just to me just kind of feels odd because like you said
Mhm.
before, JB, it's like yeah, these rule changes they're making don't really seem to be that big of a deal, or like it's oh yeah, like now we're gonna meet in person again, like where does that go? And I also with the whole Spygate like incident, I'm pretty sure that was only like one game in the regular season, if I'm
And
not
they
mistaken.
took draft picks away from him already, so
Yeah.
they already punished
So
them for it.
it's kind of just like
Mhm.
it's was it like cheating? I mean, yeah, but is it that big of a deal enough to take away like a first ballot Hall of Fame? I wouldn't think so at all. No, not at all.
Yeah, I think, and Gabe, I'm going to touch on something you mentioned. The writers, the one writer who came out and wrote an article about why he didn't vote him in. First of all, guy's an idiot. I don't know your name, but you're an idiot. He literally said that he didn't vote Belichick in because he wanted to give other guys a chance who have been on the ballot for the Hall of Fame a chance to get in. I think there was one guy who from the 49ers, I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but he was like the first 1,000 yard like running back in NFL history. And he was on the ballot forever. Dude played back in the 70s. And he gets in over Bill Belichick. And with this writer's logic, he was saying, "Oh, like I want to help people out." It's like me being on the ballot and I'm just not good enough. And then I kind of feel sorry for JB here. I'm gonna put him in the Hall of Fame anyways because he's
Right.
just been sitting here by himself in a corner
Oh my
soaking
God.
because he's not in the Hall of Fame. It's the
That is
dumbest
just
logic
so
ever. It's not
bad.
a
Yeah.
sympathy award.
That
It's
is
a best
so
of the
bad.
best award. This is where the greatest players and greatest football people go. This is the problem with it. It's stupid.
That's so
And
bad.
I don't even think and all of us maybe one day could have a potential Hall of Fame vote. Personally, if I ever was asked that, I would say no. I didn't play in the NFL. I didn't play in college football. No, I don't want that kind of power. You're telling me right now that Mina Kimes, I love Mina Kimes, but she gets a pro football Hall of Fame vote? What kind of level of football has she ever played?
Right.
And this is coming from a person who never played football at a
Mhm.
high level. I didn't
Mhm.
Mhm.
play past middle school. Like I
Right.
stopped playing because I was, kind of scared to get hurt. That's a different thing. But I just like I don't understand it, bro. It makes no sense. I don't think as a writer I should be able to do that. It's not my right. Give it to a Hall of Fame player. Someone
Mhm.
like Jimmy Johnson should be voting on this.
Mhm.
Not freaking Dan Orlovsky or even Mina Kimes. I don't think Dan Orlovsky has a vote. But like, guys like that. Yeah.
Right.
It's stupid. And it also puts the credibility, like you were saying, is Tom Brady in with this logic? The greatest quarterback ever, the greatest player ever. Is he not in because of this?
It's
JJ Watt
it's
even
like all
said,
this.
am I in? And he's a
Right.
Hall of Fame
Mhm.
defensive player
Mhm.
by far.
It,
It's
it
like
just
where does the line start?
right.
Like how do you repair this issue? Because you've already done it. And I also don't get they came out and made a statement. They're like, oh, we have certain people on the committee violating certain bylaws. What are the bylaws? What are they? What did they
Mhm.
violate in the rules of the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Did they violate that? Just a terrible decision maker? Was that what it was? Because
Right.
I guarantee you this, that is not in the policies of a oh, good decisions. Like, oh, or maybe it was the off, the record conversation potentially. That could have been maybe the only thing I can think of, but yeah, I
I
don't know.
I agree with you, JB. It's a mess, and it's just a disgrace because you work your whole life, you dedicate your time, your blood, sweat, tears, sacrifice of your family, your wives, all this to do what you love, and to not get rewarded in the highest way possible. I mean, yes, he'll probably get in the next year. He better in the next year, second ballot.
Would you
But
be surprised though if he didn't?
if he
Wait,
doesn't, would I be
yeah,
surprised? I mean,
Like if he doesn't get in the Hall of Fame next year, would you be surprised?
I'd
yes,
be very
I
surprised.
would be. I would be at this point. At that point, just say you don't like the man. Just say you have a personal issue with him that makes no sense because that means you have some sort of way with him. You probably don't even know the man personally. You're just assuming his personality because he's on the Patriots and dominated for 20 plus years. And you want to just do that because, oh, I don't like Bill Belichick. Because what he did, he's too successful. Because that's what people are. They get mad at the Chiefs and the good teams because they're too good. And all they do is win and go back to back. Oh, yeah, I don't like them. Then that's an issue. Just flat out say you have an issue with the man. It's not about who he is, what he did, what he did in the football field. There's plenty of coaches and players who are not good enough to even make on the field, let alone be first ballot Hall of Famer. I get a little frustrated with it because it just shows how much they dedicate this work and don't get rewarded. So yes, I will be shocked if he's not a second ballot Hall of Famer next year. I'll be upset, more upset than I am now. Really.
Yeah, I think so. Ethan,
Yeah,
did you want to jump in real quick?
yeah, and I just, I'd be surprised too, but more just because with this response, it's just like, everyone's kind of having the same reaction opinion of, like how is he not in? So, there's just no way that they won't induct him next year because they're not gonna want to have another response like this again. It's pretty
Yeah,
predictable.
that too. Yeah, exactly.
In that way too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We got two more things. I'm just gonna, play my play of the week. This was I didn't watch the whole North Carolina Duke game. I kind of caught the second half of it,
Mhm.
but man, dude, I don't know if you guys caught that game, but
I caught a little bit of it. I was out. I had a birthday like event to go to, so I kind of saw it on the TV, like here and there. I did see they did come back. It was a pretty crazy game, but I didn't see all of it either. So,
well, if you didn't see it, and if you didn't hear the game-winning shot by Seth Trimble, it was with the time expiring 68-68. They draw up this magnificent out of bounds play. They basically draw all these defenders in. Seth Trimble's wide open in the corner. Cash from the 3-point line, dude. So I'm gonna play it real quick and then I don't know. We'll talk about it for a second.
Boozer switches on to him. Dixon the kick. Trimble! Got it! And Carolina wins it! What a tremendous pass by Derek Dixon to get it to Seth Trimble in that right corner. And there's still .4 to go. So they're going to have to clear this court. What an amazing play by Dixon to find Seth Trimble in the opposite corner.
Yeah, so they had to clear, so like the fans like stormed the court, which I love court storms. And
oh
then
yeah,
the referees went back and they said there's .4 left. So they had to take everyone out. They like announced it on the big like PA. They're like, hey, everyone get off the court. The game is not over. And I'm like, this is great, dude. Like this is awesome. Like when it
that's
comes to
great.
rivalries in college basketball, Duke, U, and North Carolina are like the best. Like, I mean, I think of Trey Jones a couple years ago when he hit that crazy buzzer beater, and then there was like going to overtime, and then there was one where he missed it. Guy comes out of nowhere, puts it back in. Austin Rivers hit the game winner. Like, there's just so many moments, and it lives up to it every single time. But man, I don't. Yeah, it was nuts. I mean, you could hear how loud it was in there. It was just like nuts, dude.
No, no
Like,
kidding. I mean, funny enough, like I said, I kind of tuned into the game here and there. I saw they were down. I think it was like I don't remember the exact score, like 22, maybe like to
they were
10
down
or
41
something.
to 29 at halftime. North Carolina
Okay,
was. They didn't lead until
yes,
that shot for the
I did
entire
see that.
game.
That's right, I
Jeez,
They
did
didn't
see that.
lead the
wow.
entire game until that shot.
Yeah, no, I did trickle in. It was a pretty impressive comeback, and I'm not a huge basketball guy, let alone college basketball, but to see rivalry, like you said, JB, rivalry games and to go back and forth and like just come back. I love comebacks. I love seeing great comebacks. So just for North Carolina, a team that I, know in the college realm, is just pretty cool to see, like all in all. So
Ethan?
Yeah. And I'll say this too about like dude, they've been one of like the top four kind of elite teams or programs this year so far. So yeah, but I feel like this year it's kind of wide open because we saw Michigan lose a game to Wisconsin a little while ago. So I feel like a lot of these elite teams just they just get like one little loss on their record. So it just kind of keeps everybody nice and even. I think that'll be a really exciting bracket this year and overall tournament.
And there's two undefeated teams left in college basketball. Do you guys know?
Mm-mm.
I do not. I'm sorry.
Arizona,
Oh,
Miami, Ohio.
really
Yeah.
interesting.
So, and Miami, Ohio, they're in the MAC.
Yeah, they're in the MAC. Yeah.
So, huh? Is that kind of an easy schedule then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they played a
Yep.
top 25 team all year. So, yeah, it's an
Oh
easy
wow.
schedule. Like, it's kind
Well,
of
I guess
like
it's
there's also St. Louis, I think, is like 23-1,
I
and
saw
they're
that.
in the A10. So, and that's not a good conference either. So,
guess the only college basketball knowledge I know UCF's pretty solid. They beat some pretty good teams at home. So I mean they're on a roll. They were ranked at some point. They lost to like
yeah, they
OSU,
were.
I
I think it was
think.
like to Kansas or something or some
Yeah,
good team like
but
that. I mean, they're in the toughest conference in college basketball. The Big 12 is the best conference
Big
in
12,
college
yeah.
basketball. So, I mean, there's so many good teams in the Big 12. But
Mm,
yeah, I don't know. And I also like was excited because, Duke has Carlos Boozer's son, Cameron Boozer, who's like a beast, dude. I mean, there was a couple plays where he was just big boy, getting in there, just like, all right, dude, I'm going. He's like, I mean, dude's a monster. Like,
yeah,
he's a
man.
monster. He's a freshman. He's 6'10, 250 pounds. As a
Jeez,
freshman.
250 pounds. Dang, that's
Like,
insane.
dude's a horse, bro.
That's huge,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it's a big dude, man.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Like
Big
I
boy.
would I would and the 2025 2026 NBA draft is so good this year. There's a bunch of like really good players that are coming out. But
Okay.
last thing, Winter Olympics. I don't know how much you guys are going to pay attention to their Winter Olympics.
I
Are
paid
you
attention
guys
a
you guys
bit.
going to pay attention?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'll tune in. I was kind of waiting for the Super Bowl to pass, go to the next sport. But yeah, I'll tune in for sure.
So USA hockey. We
Yeah.
got we're trying to get our first gold medal in men's hockey since Miracle on Ice in 1980. I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
And
That
that
Well,
and that Miracle on Ice team was not that good if you go back and look.
no, because they were all amateurs and that it's kind of been that way since, and that probably explains why they haven't won gold since. It's every year it's
Yeah.
amateur players, but this year it could be different.
This year we got
Give it a
this
try.
year we're led by a squad. I've just named some of the top guys. Austin Matthews, he's the team captain. You got the Tkachuk brothers.
Oh
You've
yeah.
got Jack Hughes. You've got Matt Boldy. I mean, I could go on and on and on of how many good players there are in this team. But Canada is actually the favorite. My
Of
pick for
course.
this is plus 175 for Team USA to win gold for the first time since 1980. I hope it happens. I'll be watching hockey. I do enjoy hockey. I mean,
Oh yeah.
after football season, I'll start getting into these other sports like basketball, hockey, and it's the Winter Olympics. But we were kind of talking about the same thing with like it's in the middle of the NHL season, which is weird
Yeah.
too.
No, for sure. And then even like the All-Star game or Four Nations is coming up in like January. Oh no, it already happened. Did it already
I think
happen?
it's every 4 years. I believe, or
Oh, that's
maybe
right.
every
That's right.
3
Really?
They changed
years.
it.
I can't remember.
That's right. They changed it. That's right. Okay, so sorry. Forget
Oh,
that.
okay. I didn't know that
That was
either.
bad. But yes, I think it is definitely a little concerning, like health wise. But hockey players are tough. Like rarely do you see like hockey players like limp with an ACL tear or something like that. So they tough it out, but still, like you don't want your franchise player for your team, competing for a Stanley Cup, getting hurt in the Olympics. Olympics are, top tier as well. But I mean, I'm excited. I haven't seen the Olympics. I'm not like too tuned into it, but like, getting older and getting more like different sports, I'm definitely like intrigued on what we can do. So I'm definitely excited. And we got some good players on this team now, and it'd be nice to beat Canada, I guess, revenge on last year's Four Nations.
Dude, hopefully we'll get a fight. You
Dude,
guys
yeah,
remember
bro,
that game?
literally.
Oh yeah, like the three
Oh,
fights in the first 10 seconds.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
yeah, that'd be nice. That'd
Dude,
be
that
nice.
was sick, dude. That was so cool. Like I was at a bar watching it, and they had it on this ginormous screen, and like the puck drops, and everyone just drops their gloves. It's like one of the most iconic moments in sports history. I mean,
That's
it
great.
still is like so legendary.
Right. No, for sure. I agree. It'll be fun to watch.
You're just looking around and you're like, these guys just boxing? Like, is this just like
Yeah.
imagine they start kicking like UFC style, like
Jeez, with those skates,
Oh
dude.
no.
Heck no.
yeah.
Oh man.
Oh
And
geez.
not to go too off track, but I went ice skating today. I'm like, I don't know how these guys do it, man.
Dude, I'm like, dude, my
Like, I,
brother
I really don't know
plays.
how they do it. It's tiring. Like, and you gotta like use a puck and the stick. Ugh, forget it.
Yeah,
But
dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited for it for sure.
I haven't skated myself in a while, but that's actually something I just realized like a year ago or so that like it's like really tiring. Like
Yeah,
way more tiring than almost like football or soccer, you could say, right? You're on
yeah,
the
Oh,
better.
I think it's right there, dude.
I
I
Yeah.
think,
mean,
yeah, I think it's
it's a,
definitely right there.
I mean, my brother's a semi-pro hockey player. You see this dude's quads, man, and his calves. It's ridiculous, dude. Like his legs are so strong. Remember, like, I mean, you don't understand. I mean, like, you don't understand. Like, it's just such a grueling game. Like, he has like an injury like every single game. Like, I feel like he's got an injury of some sort every game, but he's so strong, dude. Like, I'm like,
Right,
all
right.
right, dude, that's your department.
Yeah, exactly.
But the
Yeah.
guys in Canada are like basically born on skates. So it's not really fair. And like for
I
us,
know.
they got all the good players. McDavid, Sidney Crosby. Like they got like the best. Nathan McKinnon too. I
Bedard,
mean, they've got all the best
Bedard.
scorers. Is Bedard on the Canadian Olympic team? Do you know?
No, he's not, which I
Why?
mean it's kind of disappointing because I want to see him at least play in the biggest stage, but he'll be on Team Canada. It's kind of like a weird root for. I don't root for Canada, but I want to see Bedard do well. But I wish, who I wish he was playing in the Olympics is Kane, Patrick Kane. He's not playing for Team America, but I mean, it would be nice to see him. But no, yeah, Bedard's not playing. I think there's a issue with, like his health or something, or like I don't know if I think he's just left out or forget the exact reason why. But yeah, he's not participating in this one.
I'm
Kind of
surprised
sucks.
some NHL's teams didn't step in and be like, "Hey, I don't want my guy to play."
Yeah,
Right. I mean, what
Because
if
I
a
mean, they
lot of
were seeing the same thing, Gabe. I saw your post about the World Baseball Classic.
hmm
I mean, baseball teams are starting to be like, hey, what was it, something with the insurance? Or I'm surprised hockey
yeah,
didn't do something similar.
yeah. For at least for Team Puerto Rico, at least like there was an insurance issue like with Lindor and Correa, but like, dude, I didn't say this yet, but I'm so mad at Javi because he's not in because he got caught. He got caught with weed in the last World Baseball Classic, and they're not allowing him to play now because of that. 3 years ago, he got caught with cannabis in his system or something like that, and they're like, "Yeah, we gotta suspend you from the WBC because of it." So I'm disappointed because you know how much you guys know I like Javi, Cub, Puerto Rican. So it sucks, but yeah, I don't like how the teams don't want other teams to play for this thing that MLB created. They created the World Baseball Classic for a reason. So you want MLB teams and players to want to contribute and give the love for it because it's fun. It is really fun to watch. I really do feel like players show out more of their passion to play when it comes to their countries. We've seen it Olympics, Four Nations, when it comes to the World Cup and all that. Like I love it. I love when teams play for where they come from, and it makes it definitely more exciting for sure.
Yeah, you said it, Gabe. I mean, and I remember too, like back 3 years ago with the World Baseball Classic, there were like basically two sides to it. One side was people saying like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be such a fun event. Like everyone's play. It's like it's the best players in the whole world all playing for their own countries.
Yeah.
Great tournament." And then there were like 50% of the other baseball fans like, "No, this is stupid. They're gonna get hurt. Like it's gonna ruin the MLB season." And I'm not surprised that that same talk's happening.
Right.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely a risk of it.
Yeah, I mean, me and JB were saying like, I just think the same thing with like the Olympics and the four nations. Like it's in the middle of the season. From MLB, it's right before the season starts. It's kind of even worse. That's why Edwin Diaz, when he got hurt last time, he missed the whole year for the Mets in 23 because he got hurt celebrating with Team Puerto Rico. So I think what they should do is move it like to after the World Series, where the teams still have their blood going and like their like the way they're playing it's still in their system. They're not taking a long break in the off season where they gotta come back and be fresh. Like do maybe like a month's worth and like have like a winter league or something, like that, to see if they keep it down going and then go back to the spring training and keep that juice flowing. That's just how I see it. That way you can risk the injury preseason and if they get hurt in the athlete season, they get hurt athlete season.
Yeah, because I mean it's 162 games, so like
Right.
you're not worried about that with
Mhm.
with those kind of sports. Yeah, it's a whole thing with that. I agree with you. I think they should move it if they want to keep it around. If you're not going to move it, I mean, might as well just not even have it. So
Right.
kind of makes it pointless in a
Mhm.
way to keep it around. Because it's like having the World Cup in the middle of like all these soccer seasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. It's very, very
Makes
true.
0 sense. Like, why would you do that?
Except the World Cup just has like so much more hype behind it.
Yeah.
It is like the technical biggest sporting event in the whole world. So
Mhm.
I don't know,
It is.
because of the whole popularity of soccer is technically more popular than baseball
Oh yeah.
worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's one part of it. Ethan, you're right about that. Two, the WBC hasn't been around as long. I mean, it was established in '06, so it's what, 20 years old. So
Yeah,
it's not
pretty
like
young.
around for that long. World Cup's been around for generations or decades,
A
decades, decades,
century.
centuries. But yeah, really
Yeah.
centuries. So like, the historic value of it is already established in, others. And of course, it's basically the most popular sport in the entire world. So. But I mean, I'm excited for the WBC. I know we didn't really have that plan to talk about it, but I love it. From where I come from, we love baseball, and my family was watching it. So I'll definitely tune in for it for sure before MLB starts.
This is Gabriel Vasquez, host of Berniqua Sports, and
Yes, sir.
Ethan Krinke, WJFW 12 reporter in Ryan Lander, Wisconsin. I appreciate you two hopping on. Anything else that we need to touch on before we close it out? No?
I got nothing.
All right.
Well,
All right,
go
cool.
Bears, go Cubs, and I love sports. So
Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys hopping on, man. This has been
Yeah,
it's been fun
course.
as usual.
oh yes, absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Ethan?
Yeah. Thanks for having me on as well. For the big Super Bowl night, even though it
Yeah.
was kind of a clunker, you could say. Yeah, the game.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a clunker, but make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment your thoughts on the Super Bowl, your thoughts on some of the topics we touched on in this podcast. But I'm Jackson Burleson, of course. You guys have been listening to another episode of The Take. Take care. Peace.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put